Hi everybody, I'm Jacob Swodek and welcome to this month's Short Sale Scoop for January 2012, where we're going to be talking about how to get your negotiator off script. Many people who do short sales, agents, don't realize that the customer service representative or the negotiator assigned to your file many times is working off a script. And you probably picked up on that when you have gotten these canned answers back from some of your more complicated questions. But it's important to realize this because it's going to help you get to your end goal, which is more closed short sales, more short sale approvals from these negotiators. Let's talk about what you need to know, being that many times they are reading off a script. I'll use a couple of examples. Number one, let's say mortgage insurance. Those of you who do enough short sales to know MI, whether it's pooling insurance, lien insurance, or borrower paid insurance that they knew about, many times it creates a major hurdle in the short sale process. But the problem is, a lot of times we don't know that there's mortgage insurance until we're on the 1 yard line, right? We're trying to get it approved. It gets submitted to the investor for approval, and all of a sudden, hey Jacob, this loan has mortgage insurance on it, so we're going to need to send it to the MI carrier, the mortgage insurance company, for a secondary approval. The whole thing gets derailed, takes a little bit longer. They want cash contributions, and you've worked so hard all this time to get to this place. How could you find out earlier? Well, knowing that the negotiator is working off a script many times is to your advantage, because instead of saying, does this loan have mortgage insurance, their response 9 times out of 10 is going to be, we're not able to detect that at this time, or I can't see that on my computer. And a non-savvy agent might just go, okay, well, I guess I'll find out later. But if you know that they're working on a script, the key is to get them off that script, right? By saying, we know there's mortgage insurance on this file, and I can hold all day while you or your supervisor find out who it is before we move forward. Does not compute, right? There's kind of smoke coming out of their ears. They don't know how to respond to that. You're getting them off script. You know there's mortgage insurance. You're bluffing a little. And you want to find out who the MI carrier is, what their policy is to move forward in a short sale, and I can hold all day while you and your supervisor find out. Get them off script. And then obviously you just take it from there. Another quick example is a BPO, the broker price opinion. Many times the BPO will be done, which we're going to do another video training about this month, so we won't get too deep into that concept. But when the BPO is done, many times the value is going to be more than what your buyer is willing to pay or what you feel as the real estate agent is fair market value. If you sit there and try to negotiate with them about values, you send them a CMA, a comparative market analysis, or you order a secondary BPO, or you demand an appraisal if it's a FHA, HUD short sale. And when you get past those obstacles, and a lot of times you come right back to where you started, where they say the investor wants X amount of dollars. That's their script, to give you that kind of verbal counter. But knowing that they're working off a script and knowing that the servicer most of the time works on the behalf of the investor, that's who their fiduciary duty is towards, then you can take that information and say, listen, I know you're probably trying to achieve a minimum net to your investor client, to who your client is. So let me know what that net is, and let's work together as a team to achieve that net. You know, most realtors spend so much time beating up the agent that did the BPO, getting mad about the process. Truth is, the BPO doesn't have to be the etched in stone number that they're going for. They don't work for you or your client. The servicer works for their investor, and they're going to try to maximize or minimize those losses, I should say, as much as possible. So understand that getting them off script, start talking about net. Start asking about what net amount do you need to achieve for your investor, and let me see what I can do to shave some cost or increase or decrease closing costs or do a counteroffer, or see what I can do to help you achieve your net. Once they reveal that to you, now it's game over. Now you can start to work together to achieve that net. I'll close by saying that the more you know, the more power you'll have in the short sale space. Understand that you're not dealing with seasoned veterans 9 times out of 10 when you're talking to a negotiator. These departments are growing rapidly. They have to put people through weekend boot camp trainings, and they're reading off scripts. So be the smarter one. Be a step ahead of the game. Learn how to ask specific questions to get your negotiator off script, and then watch your success increase. I hope you got something out of this month's training, this month's short sale scoop.